Aloha, welcome back to Metaphysical Mondays. Let's sit with a tall spine and assume the position. You could take your hand mudra, your eye mudra, your third eye. Relax your shoulders. Take a deep breath in through your nose, filling up your belly. Let it expand like a big balloon. Pausing at the top of the inhale, audible exhale through your mouth. Pause. Again, deep breath in. Audible exhale. As you're exhaling, I want you to visualize all of your thoughts dissolving with your breath. One more time. And just breathe naturally now. Staying in this space of neutrality and peace. Quiet mind. Relaxed heart. Thank you for joining me. It's been a minute. I've had a lot going on in my life, and I've been the caretaker for the two most important beings in my life now. Now I have three. And yeah, that had to be my priority. So please forgive me for lapsing for a few weeks on the videos. But this channel is really meaningful to me, as I'm hoping that whoever's watching receives some benefits from my videos, maybe some healing, some peace of mind, and anything. Making these videos helps me just as much as I'm hoping it helps you. So today's topic, Metaphysical Monday, is kind of just bringing us back to the beginning again. Now we're at the beginning of June, and I started this channel in January, and it's the name of the channel is You Are Your Own Beloved. So I kind of wanted to circle around back to that meaning, because how I had to navigate these last few months with so much going on in my life, and just feeling, there was times when I felt like I was drowning again, and I was just overwhelmed with stress, mostly emotional stress. And but no, that's not true. Actually, there was a little financial strain as well, which always, makes things 10 times worse these last couple of months, which has dissipated, thankfully. But so I wanted to bring it back to really what I'm trying to impart and share with people is how to get through times in your life when things are really intense or chaotic and uncertain. And the reason why I do a lot of these videos is because I think this is pretty much the theme for not just the collective of the world, but individual people. Everyone that I speak to all share the same thing. Like, it's been really crazy, it's been intense, so much is happening, like so much is changing, so much is up in the air. It's just, it's a lot. So I wanted to just share some of the ways that I cope when you get to that point where you're feeling uncertain and like you don't have your footing, you don't feel rooted. So the first thing I want to stress is that being rooted or grounded is like essential, is key. And that's different for everybody. Like, how do you get rooted or grounded, you know? So for me, it was spending a lot more time inside in my home, doing more. Well, I had to do a lot of cooking for my dog because she's very sick right now, but just spending more time home, kind of taking care of my dog, my flowers, my plants, my crystals, myself, meditating more, just more quiet time, just more like rooting at home, kind of. That was for me what I needed to do. And I didn't necessarily even go to the ocean, which usually that's how I get back to my happy, joyous place. But I think because things were like 100 times more like intense and emotional for me, I just felt like I needed quiet and needed to be rooting in my home. So to piggyback on that, if you can create a space in your home, and maybe not your whole entire home. I mean, I'm lucky because I live in a small studio, so I can make my entire home my sanctuary, and it's only me. But say you have a big home and you have many other people living in your home, it's really, really key and important to make one room, or at least half of a room, a corner or something, your sacred space where you can create a sacred altar and just put things there that bring you peace, bring you feelings of comfort, where you can go and sit and meditate. Yeah, because that is what you're doing, is you're creating the physical and etheric space for your own physical form, for your temple and for your soul. So it's really important to do that in your home. It doesn't have to be anything, super fancy. Really, you don't need a lot of money to create an altar. You can get like tables from secondhand stores, or get cheap tables at like Walmart, and then just put like a pretty covering over it, and then just put things that are important or meaningful to you on it. And I always like to keep sage and Palo Santo just for the clearing the energy in the space. And that's the other thing I've been doing a lot of, is saging and clearing, because I've just been feeling like, I don't know, there's just some weird funky energy going on. So saging a lot and clearing. And I know people do like whole courses on how to sage, but I don't think you need necessarily a whole course. You just need some sage to light it. And I use a feather that my daughter made me, and I set an intention, and I just walk around my home or whatever I'm saying. I sage myself first, from my feet to my head, front and back with the feather. I sage my dog, and then I go around my whole room, try to do the corners, and I just set an intention, and I ask for Archangel Michael to assist me in clearing out any unwanted or imbalanced negative energy in my space. And that I end with making a declaration that only energies of the highest light and love of the divine, of all that is good and pure and holy, may enter into my home, into my space. And then a lot of times I go outside around the perimeter of my house, and I do it outside. And that's it. I mean, it's really powerful. You set your intention and you do the sage. So these are all just like ways that you can be more grounded and rooted in yourself and your being. What else? Yeah, I feel like it's different for everybody. Like, some people like to like go out in the earth and maybe like plant or garden. Or I think being in nature is also another key thing to do at this time in a history on the planet, is that it is so crucial to spend time outdoors, because nature right now has the highest vibration of light on our planet. And when you align yourself in that vibration of the light, you can rise up. Your energy will just rise, your frequency vibration will rise up to meet that of the nature. And I think that's really, really important, whether it's going in the ocean. The ocean has a lot more benefits because you get the salt and the minerals of the ocean. So you're also cleansing and purifying and then receiving the minerals from the ocean. But if you think about it, the air is water too. I mean, there's water is just everywhere. We live on a blue planet, and the ocean water goes up to the clouds, and then it rains, and then it's just a cycle. And also, like, it really dawned on me when I was at my daughter's, and she has her humidifier or dehumidifier, sorry, going, and after like 6 hours we have to pull the thing out and dump it, and it's a huge bucket of water. It's just coming from the air. So yeah, there is water in the air. So yeah, so maybe if you can't get to the ocean, depending on where you live, just go outside, breathe in the fresh air, take in the sunlight. The sunlight also has the coding and the higher rays and frequencies of the new earth that's coming down and being given to humanity at this time. So it's so important, like if you can do your meditation out in the sun. Plus, obviously, the vitamin D is crucial for everything, for your hormonal balance, for pretty much every function in your body. You need vitamin D. That's essential. So you need the sun, the air, the water, just walking. I'm sure many of you have heard this term that are watching my channel, earthing, which is just bringing your bare foot on the earth. That's also really important. Like take off your flip-flops, from time to time, and just walk on the grass or the sand. Connect to the earth. I like to do my Soul Fire Awakening energetic moving meditation, barefoot on the earth. It's really powerful. So these are just some things that you can do to help you. And here's the thing, is that you got to do them. You can't just listen to my video and be like, oh wow, Soul Fire, she's got some good points there. Yeah, I agree with her. That's really good advice. But you actually have to do them. So try to make that part of your daily life and routine, because it's going to really help you be more centered and stay more happy. And so there's times in our life where maybe being happy is kind of out of reach because maybe life is just so intense and chaotic, or maybe just going through some really dark, deep, heavy shit right now. It's like, and I've said, oh, just be happy. You're like, yeah, whatever. Like, how am I going to be happy? I'm just trying to get through a day without crying. So what I want to say is that these are things that you can do to just bring you back to, like, not even just like being happy, but just being back to being okay. And sometimes all we need to do is just be okay for the day, Don't worry about being happy. That'll come. But when you're going through really tough times, sometimes just being able to breathe, being able to feel a little peace inside and being okay is all you can muster up. And that's really good. That's great if you can get to that point, So I don't want to turn people off. They're like, so say if I know this thought came into my head that if I'm sharing something or a video and I'm making reference to being happy, and you're somebody that's going through like such a really tough time and you get turned off, because I know that's happened to me. It's like following teachers that I liked in the beginning, and then they're all talking about being happy, and then I was like, later for you, because like, all right, you're just a little bit too happy for me and I can't stand you right now. So I get that. So I want to share that, yeah, sometimes my videos might be like this joyful, happy, like place. And a lot of times my videos might be just like, hey, like, I know what it is to go through these dark, dark times. And sometimes being happy is not really an option for you at that moment, but being okay might be a goal that is more attainable for you. So that's what I wanted to share. Anyway, let's end with just doing another minute of meditation together. So take a deep breath, close your eyes, breathe in, and exhale. So right now, wherever you are in this moment in time, in the eternal now moment, I want you to give yourself permission to be not okay with whatever's happening in your life, or to be okay with it. But mostly, I just want you to be in acceptance of whatever's happening and just be present with it. Know that this too shall pass, because that is the nature of the reality of the world we live in, that everything is temporary and everything is always changing. So no matter where you are, no matter what you're going through, whatever you're struggling with, know that the sun always comes up in the morning, and this too shall pass. And there are things that you can do to nurture your spirit and nurture your body at this time. And it's really, really important to be kind to yourself, to be compassionate to yourself, to be loving, to be nurturing to yourself. Give back to yourself and mother yourself as well. That is also my last final tip, sharing advice, how to be rooted, how to be grounded, how to get through challenging times. And I think that's probably the most important of them all, to have self-compassion, be extra gentle with yourself. And this message is for me just as much as it is for you. And I've made contact now through my heart, from my heart to yours. I am here with you. I'm here for you. And remember that the universe and God and whatever you believe in is benevolent and is good. That's the nature of the universe and of God. And the universe and God always has your back and is always for your greatest good and highest joy. Aloha, and talk to you soon.
The soul fire in me, I give to you. Aho. To learn more about my offerings, visit my website at igniteyoursoulfire.com. Please subscribe to my channel and comment below, my soul family. Thank you for being here on our precious planet Gaia at this time. Your light matters. You matter. You make a difference in the world by just being you. Ahuiho. Until our hearts meet again. You are loved.